Hello, everyone, and welcome to another riveting edition of Under the Floorboards, where we laugh at the creatures that go bump in the night. I'm your host, John, joined as always by my beautiful co-host, Eric. How are you this week?
Fabulous.
Exactly. Keeping it clean this week, especially with our beautiful guest, Mr. Stavros Batras. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah. You sounded exactly like Greek.
Greek to me. Nailed it. You can book me on your stand-up tour here soon.
Okay. We'll do. On my first stand tour, I will definitely include you.
Well, welcome to the show, Stavros.
Yeah, man.
So actor, stand-up comedian, super excited to have you on. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Stavros Batras, just like John said, with a pretty good Greek accent. I've been doing stand-up comedy for the last 2 years. I've performed with stand-up comedians. That fan, he's the winner of the NBC Last Comic Standing. With Axel Blake, who's the winner of the Britain's Got Talent show. Everything began with my show at with that fan. There was a comedian from I think New York. I don't remember the name, but she gave me she helped me a lot because she told me about the Chocolate Sundays show. It's the hottest comedy show in LA and in the world general. Then you submit a video of yourself, stating who you are, where you're from, how long you've been doing stand-up comedy, and you also send them a quick stand-up sketch of yours.
Gotcha.
After you send them a video, they review the video, and if they like you, they say, hey, you get 3 minutes to perform. And if the audience and the judges vote for you positive, your show, you get your own show at the Laugh Factory at Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the fun thing is that when I got informed from I can't remember the name of this comedian, unfortunately. When I got informed from Denise, Denise was her name. From Denise that you can submit. She told me that even it was January. She told me if you submit now, probably you'll get booked on July or later. And they sent me a message just 1 month after they saw my video.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. They sent me an email and they said, "Hey, congratulations! You get to do your first show on August." And I'm like, "Hey, Denise, what's going on?" They said, "I have a show in 6 months. You told me it takes up to 6 months just to respond, and now they say you get your own show. I'm not ready yet. I'm not prepared." And so after that, I started. I was so stressed because it was my only chance to jump, to make the huge step. It's been stressful these months until make everything. I want everything to be perfect. Right. And since I couldn't do the crowd work also, because when you do crowd work, you play with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that because the first show was virtually.
Oh.
So you can't just
Yeah.
and grab somebody and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, your glasses are cockeyed."
I was like, doing stand-up comedy show and looking at your camera and seeing yourself. It's much more stressful as being on a stage and seeing 1,000 or 2,000 people.
For sure.
Because now I'm looking at my camera and I see me and just you too. When I had my show, I saw myself and I saw that maybe 200 people were there, but I couldn't see them. I couldn't see if they were having fun with my show. I was just watching me saying my jokes.
Dude, I can't imagine. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. It's I can't describe it. It's much more stressful than being on stage and having 5,000 people. But everything went according to the plan. I made it. After each comedian performed, there was a vote from the judges, and they said, that was Stavros. Now let's vote. Do you want him to jump to the Laugh Factory? Yes or no? They voted for me. I got a yes. I think from the 30 or 40 comedians, only
Wow.
5 or 4 made it to the Laugh Factory.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations,
so,
dude.
Thanks so much. And I was very lucky because I don't know what they saw in me. I hope that when my show goes to Hollywood, the people there see it too, and make even bigger success, because that's my motto. Do every day, make a step to becoming a better in your work. Work hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping everybody's going to find out why all these judges picked you by the end of this episode, But so getting into it, your pick for this week was The Demons Within, which you were a part of, in a pretty pivotal idea, right? For kind of what was transcending and transpiring a lot in this film. Also, you got to say some fucking wild shit.
Yeah, dog, you had some lines, bro.
Yeah.
So what was just to put take the lid off a little bit on how your role works in this film is you are the demon. You are essentially the voice that we hear whenever Spooky Madison, who we love on this show very much, he's a very close friend of ours, is like being the more
like the host. Yeah.
Just like, you want to fuck your
dad. So the most terrifying words on the script of a horror movie is based on true events.
Right. Right.
Yeah. First, I want to say that. Secondly, I want to say that I love Spooky Madison. When this episode goes, big heart for Spencer. And you won't believe it, but my voice, they didn't use something to make my voice. I do it myself.
Very cool.
Yeah. When you I don't have the script right now, but when the demon says they didn't use anything. They just this was my voice. I mean, they made it to be much smoother, but they didn't use any sound effects. I do it myself.
I was gonna say that sounds like it hurts.
If you know how to use your throat, it's everything's cool. Everything's cool because I do lots of sound effects with my mouth.
I like it. Yeah.
I can do from this voice. I can do also a shaving machine.
Right.
So how did you get linked up on this project?
I was approached by Stephanie, the director,
we also love
and Jeff Davis, the producer. Very cool and very amazing people, and I honestly thank them for giving me this chance, because unlike all these actors that are experienced and they have the experience and also have worked and been on sets more times, this was my first movie. They trusted me, It's when you trust an upcoming actor, it means a lot because these people put their faith in me. So I wanted to do my 110%
Hmm.
Yeah.
to give everything to make them, say, yeah, this guy gave it all.
So you were actually on set for this. This wasn't like a recording thing that you just did as like and it wasn't ADR. It was really you like on set and being
Yeah,
a
yeah,
part of
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Very cool. What was that like? This being your first film, like what was that set experience like? I know Stephanie's like one of the funniest people on earth.
Yeah, for Stephanie and Jake and all the people. Being on set with not only these famous actors, Vincent Ward, Deborah, Ryan Lambert, Andrew Gower. I thought that they would be like, okay, we are the big names. He's has small role. We don't pay attention to him. It was not like that at all. They were trying to, be equal with everyone.
Mm.
Even though someone would be could have the star role and me, that's just my voice. They were very kind with me. They were, very welcoming.
Yeah, you get to like high five the Monster Squad, and that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Monster Squad. Yeah, exactly.
So Stephanie told us that they actually were the ones that made the song at the very beginning as well. They had
Yeah.
like the Monster Squad band was getting
The antibodies. The antibodies.
It's a great name too. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what made you want to audition for this? Like, why horror? And the reason I ask is because I know that it came out recently that you're going to be a part of Boy from Below as well, also with your old friend Spooky, which is super fucking exciting. Yeah, but tell us a little bit about that.
I just wanted to experience, have the experience of uh doing something else besides comedy. If
Mhm.
I want to do a movie that's a comic movie, I want, to work on my acting abilities, not as only the comic stuff. I want to do, let's say, horror. I want to do romantic. I wanted to, experiment on different types of movies so that I get, as I told you, better and better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see that with like getting these multi-dimensional roles and stuff like that.
For sure.
So let's get into a little bit of like some of the plot points for Demons Within, unless you have anything else you'd like to say before we start getting into it.
No. Let's hop into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we kind of have like this cold open, which I really
Yeah, yeah.
pages are flipping. The coloration is like these super like just light enough blue. There's so many references to Edgar Allan Poe, who I know Stephanie's a huge fan of. And like I kind of loved that picture over Madison's or Spooky's bed the whole time, just like glaring down at you. Because like you imagine there's like these two kids that are trying to have sex, and then like Edgar Allan Poe's just staring.
Just set in the mood. What was the quote on the little tile? What was the line that was written on there? I could never. Was it what was at the beginning of the movie? Just is that right? Does anybody know?
The problem is that I only watched the movie once.
Heard.
Because yeah, I only watched once because I'm in Greece now, and in Greece I don't have Tubi or Amazon Prime.
What? You don't have
Yeah.
Tubi?
We don't have Tubi. Yes, we are. I mean, I'm 7 hours ahead of you, and I don't have Tubi. How is this possible?
Right.
I'm in the future, and I don't have Tubi.
I say because the future is now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I only watched it once, so I don't remember a lot of things.
Yeah.
Lots of details I
Mhm.
can't remember. Yeah.
The more finite stuff.
Heard. I was just curious because like I'm also a big Poe guy, and I'm always curious what people choose to pick and like include in their work and that kind of thing. So just a thought. My guess is it was that quote at the very beginning, and they do dive into Poe later on in the story about his like perception of humanity and everything. So
Yeah.
Fully functioning alcoholic.
Exactly. In a gutter.
wanted I wanted to feel like a celebrity, see my name on the big screen because it also played at the Terrace cinemas, and I didn't have the chance to. I wanted to feel like a celebrity, see my name, at the credits.
Well, luckily, everyone over here is at least seeing it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing it, but I didn't get the chance to.
It's funny how much that happens to us too. Like we'll talk to people that come on our show, and we'll get like pre-screeners for their movies and stuff before they actually come out, and they're always like, "Man, I'm so jealous. I haven't even seen the fucking movie yet, and I was in it."
That happens lots of times. A lot of times.
It feels kind of dirty. It's like
Yeah.
knowing a secret. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like knowing secret. Yeah.
But like we have this really cool aesthetic in the like very cold open of the film, and there's this really dark scene that Spooky plays on really well, where we have her mother and father, who I know the mother, um, Alicia Seaton.
Alicia, yeah.
Alicia was in April Fool's Day, actually the original, I believe. Which was really cool. They had a lot of like really classic artists in this movie, which was like a really cool draw that they had because it was unique too. You had the Valley Girl, Deborah Foreman. You had Ryan Lambert and Andre Gower from Monster Squad. You had Alicia from April Fool's Day, and it was cool to see like you were talking about a minute ago, like all of these actors and actresses that are on like this crazy level of recognition, being so cool and so down to earth and like super ready to crank out a movie with everybody that was a part of it, and we get like this really crazy scene where the mother, played by Alicia Seaton, and Frank Everest playing the father, were both like sitting at the table, and the angle's a little awkward, but it's funny that they're just like staring out the window and it's a wide shot. So like Spooky's just standing in between them. And we see like all the dark veins and shit. And we're just like,
Yeah. Spooky. Oh my god, I have chills. You brought me chills, man. And here in Greece now it's night. I was sleeping with my light open.
Yeah, what's that behind you, dude? I'm just kidding.
Oh. Oh my god, my heart.
Well, then we get to this scene where like we kind of get the depravity that Spooky's character is going through.
Very troubled teen.
Yeah.
I taken like fucking Ativan or something.
Right.
But she's like,
it's a placebo. 100%
believe that Spooky was actually. That's not a rumor, guys. Don't start that shit.
Yeah, no fake drama.
The 6 people that told me.
This is the Shade podcast, not the bullshit podcast. Yeah.
So yeah, we have our first instance of Spooky, right? And she's cutting her wrists, and like this is like the level, like
Hawthorne Heights mode, yeah.
Teenager in the mid-2000s know exactly the characters.
I'm gonna go hang out on the playground and smoke cigarettes later.
With my boyfriend who's super into the Doors movie.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was reminiscent. It was funny that like we went from having like this crazy reality to start off with in the kitchen to like an actual like really shitty reality to come back.
What I did appreciate about this too is that she immediately goes to, was it like a hypnotherapist? Who did she go see? It was like an astrology lady, psychic. You don't think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spooky did an amazing job. She really brought the character of the teenage girl who has problems, who has religious parents, and truly everyone did their best on this film, especially Spooky.
She acts her ass off in this whole movie. It's amazing to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah. Amazing performance. And also Deborah, the nurse.
Nurse Dee Dee.
Nurse Didi.
When we get to her scene, there was some really cool insights that Stephanie gave us that didn't make it into the film, and it's unfortunate because like when she was talking about the flask and stuff,
Yeah.
he's like, it's been like a year, man.
Oh, it's almost not a year, not a year.
We saw it and talked to Stephanie and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because we got this way back.
This is a while ago.
So anyways, we start to get into like when he's talking about this, I guess, strip mall therapist.
I wrote astrology girl because that was
Astrology girl. Okay.
Waiting for Spooky to sit down and the therapist be like, "What time were you born?"
Yeah.
Fucking leave.
Mercury's and Gatorade. She like bolts out of the room when astrology hypnotherapist woman is like starts going into demon voice. Was that one of your contributions, Stavros, to that character, or did you strictly do the stuff for Spooky's character?
I did the voice, the Latin voices.
Okay, cool.
The Latin, and also when the phone rings and the demon says easy.
The priest answers.
Yeah.
Like I did before on the beginning of the show. Yeah.
So sick. So Izzy leaves. She leaves her phone behind, and when she runs outside, her boyfriend is there to pick her up, I guess, in his Cobra.
Classic boyfriend. Classic American boyfriend.
In the reflection of the paint of that car.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was so waxed.
I wonder whose car that was. Like, if that belonged to somebody on set.
Yeah, whose car was that?
So Stephanie, I know, is a tow truck driver, so I like to think she just stole it from somewhere.
She repossessed it for the day and brought it back.
maybe, really. Maybe they borrowed it with Jake. I don't know. It's not stealing if you return it back. It's just borrowed.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage comes out of the barber shop and his Cobra's missing. Deborah Foreman.
Yeah, it's just. Oh my god.
That's just Cobra Kai. That's just modern English is playing in the background. It's so good. But yeah, so we have the sequence where she said, and this is one of those Spooky is startled and very upset, and her voice is kind of cracking as she kind of weaves her way between screams and coming back down to reality. No, I just got scared. It's okay. I just got scared and everything. And this is something we see out of her a lot, is her ability to sort of shift on emotions and stay in those mental spaces as an actress, but also as a does she do method? I can't remember if she's not a method actress, is she? I was gonna say next time but she has this incredible ability to like tap into shit and stay into that space mentally just for the sake of performance. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it is either. I agree.
You can just adjust into from one character to another like that.
100%. And this is one of those instances where we really get to see her shine. The boyfriend goes back in for the phone, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
It just like he walks off screen and walks back to the phone, and it's like he just dropped
here. There's purple haze coming out of it.
Yeah. The smoke.
I was actually Stavros coming out of it.
I'm blowing.
Right.
Kind of get to like her hanging out with her boyfriend, like we were talking about, like you're the kid smoking cigarettes at the playground.
So good. Angst.
I told Stephanie this because this was a reference that I definitely got immediately, where they start talking about the phone that was given to Andy Warhol so that he could talk to God. They were like, I'm pretty sure they gave that to Jim Morrison. And I was like, I was a big fan of the Doors movie, so I was like, oh, you can't hide from me.
Yeah.
You cheeky bastard, Stephanie. You can't hide from me.
Not from me. I'm special. I know everything.
I know your references.
I think my favorite Jim Morrison, speaking of the Doors, my favorite Jim Morrison is when he's like an astral guide in Wayne's World 2 that's like coaching them to, no, you should absolutely start a music festival. Okay, bye. it's, it's great.
That would have been fucking but yeah, so this scene's really cool.
Someday I'm just gonna disappear.
It's not like how she's like talking about her parents, and it's like gonna be late tonight. Not how are you doing?
Mhm.
Do you eat something? I was like, kind of thinking to myself, like, all right, like slow your roll a little bit. I get you got that dog in you.
It's almost like a don't ask, don't tell kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
That's funny because
Yeah. Nailed it.
We start to move into
Like the suit, like the early phases of the possession, right? Because this is ultimately what's happening. She wakes up not feeling well. There's a really cool shot that I don't know if it was just her phone background or if this was superimposed, but she unlocks her phone and there's this screaming face on the phone for a second, and then it just goes away. I don't know if that was just supposed to be her background, but I thought that was kind of cool. Like the phone was actually the the catalyst or
Oh,
something.
is a catalyst.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
the phone was like the starring role, had the starring role because that's where the demons infested, this girl.
Yeah. It's a commentary on social media. It's
Yeah.
there's
and I do kind of love this scene because it's one of my favorite things I've ever seen, where she like takes her Ativan and then chases it with Red Bull.
yeah.
All these kids in the 2000s.
That was also 2007.
Yeah. Old school.
Why is my anxiety so high? Well, you're chasing your anti-anxiety meds with Red Bulls.
You're mixing your uppers and your downers.
So
Like, and you haven't completed puberty yet,
and puberty, oh my god.
But we start to get to see the division between the parents.
Yeah. Mom is super not supportive of any. There's a lot of this, like, oh, you're feeling sorry for yourself again, aren't you? 100%. Yeah. No, the boyfriend does a good job. The boyfriend does a good job, I think.
Yeah, the boyfriend is the only one that does a good job.
I feel like the boyfriend was just trying to get laid. I'll be honest.
Sure, he still did a good job. It was
Yeah.
absolutely performative.
Yeah. He wants to get laid, but at least he does the job. He gets the job done.
I guess whatever gets the job done.
We've all done way weirder shit to get laid than support our girlfriend. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading Twilight.
Let's just not say the word stuff we did to get laid. Probably the podcast will be canceled before it even gets uploaded.
Yeah, it's already. If you haven't been canceled in 2024, you're not doing anything.
Oh yeah. I forgot that. People get offended.
Let them get offended.
Oh my god, lots of Karens out there.
I definitely want to thank Gen Z for that, because they were definitely the ones that were like, hey, we can make 9/11 jokes. It's like, okay, awesome.
We're taking it back.
over me, and they get to make more money off of it than I do.
Mhm. Because this guy lived near DC at the time.
Like, we saw them. It was like,
Whoa.
oh, we're fine now.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the drone strike on my house.
I know.
Why is proud to be an American?
This is Condoleezza and Rice. We're Stavros, we're fucking idiots, man. This is
I'm, a,
this
I'm
is
an idiot too. Don't worry.
this is what we talk about.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted John to join this podcast.
It was like, they seem just stupid enough. Let's. But yeah, we get to like this dissension between the parents, and like one of my favorite lines is when Alicia is like yelling at the dad, and they're like, because he's talking about how he has to go to some convention or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the keynote speaker.
Yeah, whatever doctors do, cheat on
Yeah.
their lives.
Yeah, with their secretaries.
Secretaries. I didn't even know that. I guess it makes sense. I just assumed that like most secretaries are pretty much like nurses too.
Mm.
Like, because you're in a doctor's office, probably. Like, I feel like if someone starts having a heart attack on a fucking floor, and the doctor's with a patient,
Right.
somebody has to be able to save this man.
Imagine going to school for 8 years to be a secretary.
Oh.
With killer benefits.
Right.
No. Imagine you go to school and have the belief that if you just finish school, you'll be successful.
No, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna get along just fine, dude. We're that's right.
I have so many examples of people who didn't even finish school and they're earning much more money than people with have degrees like this on their wall.
The degree just says live, laugh, love.
Yeah, not not to sound. I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't want to
No, please.
like that, but I'm just saying that it's much better if you follow your dream. I mean, lots of people told me that I used to study economics, but I gave up on that school and I chose the stand-up comedy career. And all the students that were with me, they said, "Come on, don't give up on your school. It's a good school. You have money." No, almost 10 years later, here I am standing in front of Hollywood doing my own short laugh factory. And where are
Exactly.
they don't have a job. They just work for someone else from 9 to 5.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit, dude. Let's go. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah, man, just follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. The best advice someone can give you is when he says you can't do it.
Exactly. Very well said.
Now we're getting serious. Come on, guys. No, not serious. Come on.
No, this is great.
Telling us what we can't do are the ones that can fuck off.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that they're never going to support you, right? They're never going to have your back.
I'll never believe in you.
So fuck, we are the ones that have to perpetuate our own dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was in kitchens for about 17 years. I've been a professional chef for about 8 of them. And I made it to the top. I was an executive, but I was never happy.
Yeah.
And I have a day job that like makes it so that I can do shit like this now because I had to start this when I was 30 instead of starting it when I cared about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exactly what you're talking about. And you, like you said, 10 years later, you put in the time, you put in the effort, you put in what you want to make out of this. And like you said, you're in the fucking laugh factory, bro. Like, so everybody who's like fondling other people's money for like, going into economics. Instead, you're out here doing what you want to do.
Mhm.
And that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
baby. How's that?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
amazing. That's amazing. And the worst thing is that the people who will support you are the strangers. You know, your friends you won't will never, never. 9 out of 10, they won't support you.
Yeah.
And the reason why they don't support you is because they see that you will achieve something that they've never even dreamt of, or they've dreamed that, they have dreamt of, but due to the fact that they don't really want to follow their dreams, they just say, okay, I can't do it, and they just want to bring you down for being at the same. You want to go higher, and they don't support you to bring you down.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I will say we're very fortunate because we do have a really good support system here. We do have a lot of people that like started with us from the ground up. Really do support.
I
us.
wanted, yeah. Good to mention that.
Mad shout outs to
Good.
the people who do stick around and
Mhm.
believe.
Good to mention that because I uploaded a story on my Instagram for when I had the show at the Chocolate Sundays for the people to join and vote for me. As I saw on my Instagram account, I have almost 12,000 followers. Most of them are Greek. Were Greek. Now they just start to decrease. The Americans start to rise up. The
As
tickets
Americans
for
do.
that show, the tickets for that show costed $1. $1. So it's like 90 cents here in Greece, in Greek money.
Sure. Okay.
I said that if you want to join and you can't afford the $1, if someone wants to support me, I will give you the money if you want to support me.
Yeah.
Just send me a text, say I don't have $1, sorry. And I will give you the $1 if you want to support me. From the 300 people that were there watching, do you know how many Greek were there? Want to take a guess?
299.
Fine.
Not a single one.
Mm.
There was not a single one.
However,
I did, and
Right.
now someone would say, someone in my position might have thought that, oh my God, no, not even Greek was there to support me. But I always try to think, when something bad happens, I always see the bright side. I say, hey, nobody supported me. I went to do my own show with no one, without knowing anyone, without having the support of anyone, only the American people, and the American people believed in me and voted for me.
Mhm.
That makes my win much more much
It's almost
sweeter.
more. Yeah.
Sure.
Because all of those
Yeah.
people were there, maybe some of them not even knowing you, but to continue on and follow you and like vote for you.
No,
Like,
I don't think anyone from the audience knew me. It was my first time doing a stand-up comedy, and in a comedy club like that. So most likely no one knew me, but still they voted for me. But the support from Greeks, zero.
Mhm.
I also sent to some journalists that work for big channels here in Greece, to just upload something at their pages, or upload something in the TV, write something for me to help me make my big step, because it's a very big step. No one uploaded anything.
Mm.
Anything. So
And yet here
someone
you
might
are.
be disappointed, someone in my position might have been disappointed, but I'm not disappointed. I'm pretty hyped. I don't care. I did everything with my own strength. I stand on my feet, on my potential. So I don't care if anyone supports me. I will keep doing my work, and nothing else matters for me.
You're definitely a under the floorboards alumni. It's the same mentality, dude. Like, you just have to do you, and people are gonna either be a part of that or not, you know. And we're trying to break through some walls right now, but honestly, like in the 2 years, I feel like we've got a lot accomplished.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really about making sure that you're giving yourself the credit where it's due too. You say, like, I'm doing this with my own, like, I built this with my own hands, you know,
Yeah,
and it's important to acknowledge that.
exactly.
But sorry, that was super heartfelt.
I know that was nice.
I'm a little fluttered
I know,
now.
wiping the tears out of my eyes. Just really proud of us boys. We're doing.
But yeah, well, we'll finish up this movie. There's a lot that still kind of happens. But you know, I would like to talk about. Let's see.
I have something that I want to talk about, if that's cool. I loved the teacher in this movie so much. like it's he was such a comic relief. Like, hey, I'll give you $1 if you can name the author of the book we're talking about. And the guy's like, Steve. And he's like, nope, believe it or not, it's not Steve, it's Edgar Allan Poe. And just shit
uh,
like that. And when Izzy is in the bathroom and she's like, she actually like really like takes it too far with the self-harm stuff and like really injures herself and has to go to the hospital. They go to the teacher for help and he's like, this is my free period, don't touch me. Just the subtle comedy that was in there as well was such a, you know, a
yeah,
nice
yeah,
break from what was going on, because these are like really heavy themes we're talking about in this movie, like with the self-inflicted wounds literally and everything, alongside the possession and the religious horror and things like that too.
yeah.
In the bathroom scene,
Yeah, the bathroom sequence. Yeah.
The bathroom scene, yeah, yeah.
what was that like? Tell us a little bit about that. 'Cause
Uh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I just said that's a lot to convey, you know, because you're essentially playing this demon who is trying to get this girl to like kill herself or feel less of herself, you know. So tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about what that was like, because you're such an upbeat dude, man. Like, but you're out here
that's why I said that I want to uh, have experience of other, you know, explore more, expand my abilities on acting, because that was a totally contrast role for me. I mean, I'm most of the times I'm the funny guy who makes people laugh, and now in this movie I get to make a person get killed, commit suicide. So it was black and white,
Oh yeah.
totally black and white. Yeah, most of the times I make people laugh, and now I want to make a girl die, a teenage girl die.
Hmm.
Um, it was really, tense, and I wanted to uh, bring to bring to life the whole possession, the whole be. I wanted to be in Izzy's body,
Mm-hmm.
not just with my voice. I wanted to be like in Izzy's body and possess her, make her really want to kill herself.
Hmm.
It was very hard for me because, as I said, I'm not used to making people die with my voice and possess other people. But it was really, really tense. And thanks to Easy, the whole scene was perfectly directed. She really did an amazing job. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Mm, I don't think that I have something else to add.
Sure.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, that was an incredibly well done scene, you know, and it's really cool that you were a part of that in such a pivotal way for the film, because that's, I think, one of the first like big instances of like, as Stephanie talks about it, the collision between reality and more cerebral, more because that's the thing that she was talking about playing around with a lot, was whether or not this is actually possession,
Mm.
like, or if this is split personality disorder, if there like there's so many different ideas that were revolving around this, which I thought which gave the movie a lot of depth.
Some
and a
kind
lot
of delirium or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, we obviously get to the point where this is not going to be okay.
Mhm.
So we get shipped to the hospital where we meet Miss Deborah Foreman
Mhm.
for the first time, which was really
Nurse Didi.
Nurse Didi. So one of the things I was talking about earlier was Stephanie told us that she had more of like a subtle backstory that she had tried to put into the movie, and I think for time it kind of some of the scenes got dropped on the editing floor. But apparently, like, Deborah was supposed to be like a raging alcoholic. She's like hiding her flask on herself, and like she's got a gun in her boot, and like all of this crazy like badass.
I remember that now. Yeah, I do remember that now.
The best scene from Deborah was when she did too easy like that.
Mhm.
My God! Oh my God!
She was creepy. She was so creepy.
You're gonna go
Yeah,
through
she
fucking
didn't say,
hell.
she didn't say a word. She just moved like this, and
Mhm.
she was creepy as fuck.
I
Oh
know,
my
I know
God!
Stephanie was so excited to have her on set too, because Deborah hadn't been in film in like 15, 20 years, and she was really excited to come on this because it was going to be a female-led director. That's super. Again, like there's so much cool stuff that surrounds this movie. And guys, if you haven't seen it yet, it's on Tubi. Definitely check it
Yeah,
out.
what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Unless
You
you're in
haven't watched
Greece.
it yet?
Unless you, there is no reason that you're not watching this on Tubi.
Like Eric said, unless you're in Greece.
But yeah, so we have like this scene where we also introduce Andre Gower,
Mhm.
Monster Squad, and
Father Gabriel.
and Father Gabriel was really cool. Like he was definitely like the I'm spacing on the father's name, but like the younger guy from The Exorcist, or the younger priest were the vibes that I was picking, because it felt like Ryan Lambert was actually like a cardinal or something like that, like something a little bit higher. Because he tells him, he's like, if you're not ready to do this, like you can pray over her, you can do whatever else. Do not start some shit that you are not ready for.
Yeah.
They were both they just fitted for the role 100%, both of them. It was like this role was for Andrew Gower, this role was for Ryan. It's Lambert. It's amazing. It's amazing. Stephanie and all the people that did the cast for this movie, I don't think that they could have chosen a better actress, really.
Yeah, no.
Agreed.
And she said that about everybody that was in this film, and I think that definitely holds true when you watch it. Because she definitely said when she met Spooky that she actually couldn't imagine anyone else playing Izzy, and I was like, no, that totally makes sense. I felt the same way about Andre, I felt the same way about Ryan and Deborah and Alicia, and all of them. I think did such
everyone. Jeff, everyone.
And that's gonna be so crazy to do that on an indie set. You know what I mean? Like it's not this big budget film. It doesn't have millions of dollars backing it.
And yet there are these huge names.
Yeah. Were you expecting something like that when you were when they gave you the call that you were going to be a part of this project?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was expecting like you know, to be honest, I thought that this movie would make a success. But from the time that I got the scripts, uh, I said, yes, this movie is going to be awesome. Maybe I said that because I was hyped because it's my first movie.
Sure.
But I don't know. I had an instinct and I said, there's something special here. There's something special here. And my instinct prove me right. Really, really, I just said, okay, this is my first movie. I don't think there will be, famous actors. There will be actors just like me. And then uh, Jessica Arden-Napier from Stranger Things.
Mhm.
Boom. Vincent Ward, Walking Dead. Boom.
Mhm.
Deborah, April Fool's Day. Boom. The Monster Squad. Boom, boom. And
Right.
I'm like, what's going on now? What's going on now?
You start like
Who?
tiptoeing in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the hell am I connected with these stars?
And it feels
Oh
as
my
if
God.
you're going to be making a bigger connection now too, especially in American film, with Boy from Below being as big of a project as it's going to be.
Yeah, Boy from Below is also a very good movie. We've made a pretty decent start with the Indiegogo campaign.
Which is still alive, in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah, in case anybody wants to help us reach the 100K.
You're so close, dude. Y'all are so close.
Yeah, we're very close. And I think that The Boy from Below will be a huge name starring in this film too.
There is too much talent behind that film for it to not be a banger.
Yeah. I think this will be a banger too. I hope that every film that I'm involved in gets successful. Fingers crossed. I hope everything goes perfect.
Well, so far so good, man. I was gonna say.
Yes, so far so good. Yeah.
So with that, moving into a little bit more of the plot, we're kind of in like territory where we're seeing a lot, or we're hearing a lot of Stavros now,
Mhm.
like kind of a little bit.
Oh, she is possessed at this point. Yeah.
Bounce and fits,
Mhm.
and it's like it's exactly what Stephanie was talking about.
She kills the cat.
Where the fuck's the cat? That shit was so funny. I love Spencer so much, and I just couldn't. I couldn't with that line because I just imagined her. And she's such a serious actor, and she's so good at it. But there was just something about that. Where the fuck's the cat?
The cat should get the IMDb credits.
Right.
The cat didn't get the IMDb credits.
Mr. Whiskers number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're hearing a lot of Stavros. We're seeing a lot of spooky. We're having like these really weird scenes now. We're like, I put it down as playground sex, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's the scene where she's hanging out with her boyfriend. And she's hanging out with Jess, and they're like on the lower tier, I guess, underneath of the slide,
Mhm.
and she's like, "I want to fuck you," and he's just like, "Nice," and like,
Yeah.
Jess is sitting
Let's-
right here.
Let's turn the horror movie into a porn movie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She like throws him over, and he like crawls on top of Jess. She's like, "I want to fuck you too," and like I just imagine like that scene from Ballad, or what is it, Queen of the Damned, where she sticks her tongue in his ear, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Jess ain't having it.
scene too, because she starts like wigging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This place is in Ohio, very, decent.
Yeah.
So we have like the friendship is starting to like disintegrate.
Yeah.
Like this is the part of possession movies that I really like, where like everything's kind of turning against the possessed because they
To no fault of their own as the host.
Everyone around. And again, like it's still like a pretty good metaphor for if this is split personality disorder or anything within that vein. But it was crazy to me that they were like, all right, well, we gotta go home. And then there's like this giant drag out
Yeah.
with the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like one of my favorites because it's all over the place. The lighting is crazy between the light blues and the greens.
Jump cuts, jump scares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where she starts saying some real fucked up shit to her mother. Like, you're gonna kill me like you killed my sister, and I was like,
That's an abortion joke.
Typical family. Typical family.
Yeah, yeah. It's normal conversation.
Has this conversation. Yeah.
thanks, mom.
Hey, mom.
And I love that door shot,
Mhm.
like over the mother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that whole like snap with Spooky standing on the other side of it. That just looks so good.
He's scratching at the door like, "Mommy." Yeah.
But she's got like the blacked out eyes
Mhm.
and
The kind of twitchy like body movements. Yeah.
The possession movements.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the same thing that you get a lot of in like Evil Dead, where it's like the demon like lets the person out a little bit.
Yeah.
Body off, and it's like, Mom, where are you?
Mhm.
Mom.
Don't let it come back.
And then demon comes out,
Right.
punches in chest.
Psych.
And that was a lot of fun to me because like the dad comes back.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, because mom zip ties her to the cabinets, and then dad comes in and like unhooks her from the zip, like cuts all the zip ties, and then it's like, oh fuck, she's not all right. Let's zip tie her to the bed. Like, which it wasn't lost on me that they had her in a crucifix kind of pose
Yeah.
on the bed and everything, which I thought was kind of cool.
Still with Edgar Allan Poe staring
Yeah.
at her.
The eyes are looking down now.
Oh man, I loved this movie. This shit was so much fun.
Yeah, it was very fun for a horror movie, you know?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And there has to be a level of that, right? Like I think in any film, like you have to be having fun. It doesn't have to be funny, but you do have to be having fun.
Yeah.
Whether it's like your super serious scenes, you know, where it's like the bathroom scene again, or something as fun as when she's talking about giving a phone to Andy Warhol,
Mhm.
boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
and there is a lot of those tears to this shit.
Very, 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 very nice film. Really. I'm so proud of that.
You should be.
And this is the point where we're getting really towards the end, is we have like the EMTs show up, and this is where you really start to shine. It's in this scene and the final scene when they have the final battle, and she's like going up against the priest.
The wall.
And yeah. It's you and Spooky against the world.
Me and Spooky against the god, not the world.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's something much bigger.
Yeah, right. He said that so casually too. It's like, me versus God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just me very scared. I'm like Kratos right now.
Yeah, dude.
Greek mythology.
We're gonna kill God.
Yeah, let's just kill God. God of War.
So straight up, which Greek god do you think you could take in a fight? Like y'all have the same power level. It's mano a mano.
Okay, wait, let me think. I think Zeus.
Yeah, whoa shit.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say like Dionysus or something. Yeah.
Oh, we're friends.
Yeah. Very good. He
Yeah,
just wants to
that's
party, man.
Yeah.
Zeus is kind of a huge piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, she's like Pikachu. She just throws lightning. What's the problem? Nothing.
It's Pikachu fucked my wife. now, now I have a demigod. That's
Oh
great.
my god.
Stavros like going going and dapping up Dionysus, and he's like, "Call me Bacchus."
Right.
Let's get some wine. Come on.
We only drink out of chalices because
Yeah.
we're all partying.
Mhm.
You know what? Greece sounds awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to Greece.
Yeah, you should come. You should come, especially in summer.
Is it like Mediterranean?
You should come. You should visit the islands here.
Like Crete and shit like that. That's the only island I know. I assume there's more.
Which I can hear what you said.
Crete.
Crete. Yeah, it's not exactly an island. Maybe you know Rhodes, Mykonos, Milos.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many islands. We have so many islands here.
Are they for sale?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Let's talk about the Elgin marbles. Have any English guy here? Hello, England.
Are we English? Are you English?
Am I? Irish.
Can't tell by the
Okay.
Yeah.
shitty lighting that I have.
Yeah.
I'm actually Native American.
If you have anyone English here,
Nope.
marbles.
I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe, probably. I don't know.
There's something missing from the Parthenon. Could you please return?
I'll put in a word.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, put in a word, please. No, no Putin, no Putin. Don't say Putin. Oh, we got to another issue. Don't say Putin.
Never mind. I can't do anything in Greece.
Oh my God, we're getting so cancelled. Get ready to get cancelled, baby. Woohoo!
Let's go. It's our least endearing quality.
That's right.
Yeah, get.
Yeah,
canceled.
Stavros, your career is over by being on this. I just want you to know.
Yeah,
You might want to get back into economics before. Yeah.
Oh, I had an awesome career. Short but good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my sex, short and good.
Short and good. Yeah. Could be worse.
But so Spooky gets taken to the ward, right?
Yeah. We meet Dr. Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
This
Vincent.
This is one of my favorite things in movies that have wards. Is like it's like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop and just straight fucking chaos.
My favorite thing, like I feel like it would be a pun to call this a cardinal sin. But what you don't do is try to be friends with the possessed girl. Like he came in there like, I'm gonna be the cool guy that kind of gets you on a personal level. Yeah, let's take these straps off. I don't think that that's necessary, you know. Immediately gets murked.
Yeah, nearly.
Yeah.
So close.
But then apparently restraints are usually what stop demons from being able to control the masses around them, because as soon as she gets let out, people are like flipping the chess table over, setting shit on fire, and just screaming at each other. And that's the shit that I'm really here for in the war. I live for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's funny because they were just kind of like, well, I guess we got to take her home.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to work out. Take her back. Meanwhile, yeah. Meanwhile, our friend Gabriel has requested the ancient texts of exorcism, right? Right, and he says that. Do you mean the ancient texts of exorcism? Right. And we sort of get the sense that he's not, because again, it's the young gun that's trying to like, yo, I'm gonna hit my first exorcism this year. Like he's got a checklist going or something. It's just funny to me. There's always that character. Like I love the overconfident priest in possession movies, you know.
it's funny because that's such a sub archetype, right? Like
Mhm.
it's something that comes up so much.
To the point that it's like a trope, you know? Yeah.
Yes, I
You can say so.
Hmm.
But we have, Spooky comes home, the descent has happened, the
Mhm.
boyfriend comes back, and this is kind of like where shit real. It's funny because you would think it's already been hitting the fan the whole time, but this is where that you have like this massive blowout, because they have like the levels of exorcism, which they usually do in movies to begin with, where it's like, okay, this is like exorcism light, and things just keep getting worse and worse and worse, and like more people start getting involved. And then somebody lets the person that's possessed loose.
Hmm. First mistake.
Yeah.
You have the boyfriend that's screaming at the dad. He's like, "Let her go!" And his voice changed from the rest of the movie. And I get that because my voice does that when I get excited.
It does.
So game recognized game. I totally.
Right.
But
And my favorite is the dad's like, "That's not my fucking daughter in there."
the dude
Yeah,
does not believe shit.
Cla- classic dad.
Yeah.
Classic dad. That's not my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going to get milk. I'm coming back.
We're all too familiar with that. So, what was great was the boyfriend is like he thinks that he's like what's tethering Izzy to reality.
Yeah.
Izzy, you're in there. I know what's happening, and there's like this really beautiful triumphant moment that he's like trying to portray, and she just like breaks his fucking arm. I'm like, wah wah.
Yeah. Turns out she wasn't.
Yeah.
Turns out she was on a tirade, actually.
Mhm.
I'm like, again, this is where we're getting a lot of the Latin that you. So, like, I know Latin's a dead language, but are you pretty, like,
Fluent.
so to speak, in that?
Yeah, Latin. I don't know what if it happens at the high schools there in America, but here in Greece, at the first, second, and third, no, the second and the third of the high school, you learn Latin.
Oh, so we get choices where it's like you can only learn one language. Like you don't get to learn multiple languages unless you like do it on your own time. As one of the schools.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, that's why most of y'all know multiple languages.
Right, because you were allowed to study multiple languages.
Yeah, I like languages. I speak Greek, English, German, Spanish, Italian, Russian. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, I can speak all these languages.
It's like 7 languages is a disappointing amount of languages to know as a European. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
that's like subpar.
Yeah. I haven't spoken Spanish and Russian in a long time, but yeah. And right now, I got a book to learn Korean.
Oh, cool.
You can
Korean.
America and make so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just as a translator, you can still do everything else that you do and love, and you translate for like 20 hours a week.
If I don't have the book here, but if you see the book, oh my god, it's just drawing. It's not writing. I don't know how Koreans even know the words.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much the step up from pictograms.
Yeah. Hieroglyphics.
It's very hard language to learn. Shout out to the Korean people.
We have Korean listeners.
We do. Yeah. Interestingly enough.
Heard it here first, but
From now on, you will have. You won't have any English listener for
We
sure.
know.
Yeah. But okay.
that's fine. As long as somebody's listening.
Yeah, someone's listening for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a preferred language? I mean, like obviously you are Greek and speak Greek. Like, do you have a language that you have a lot of fun speaking?
No, I don't think so. The only language I find funny is when my aunt and my cousins live in Sweden.
Swedish.
They're
Yeah.
Swedish. Yeah. I don't understand the word they're saying. It's like they are every time they talk to each other, it's like they are coughing while they have water in their mouth. It's like I'm not understanding a single word they say.
Can you do that one?
Yeah, one more time.
It's like they're I don't know, they're trying to cough, but they have water in their mouth and they can't cough. It's very, very, very difficult language, Swedish.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in Sweden.
Really?
Oh, there goes another country that we've lost viewers. There goes Sweden. Goodbye, Sweden.
There's a bunch of blonde people just mad at us somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
That's Switzerland.
The more this conversation goes on, the more countries will be,
Or for the masses, it's fine.
It's fine.
Everybody's got haterade.
100%.
But yeah, so again, like we have like Stavros, this is kind of like one of your big scenes, where you're kind of delivering these lines while like, especially like when Andre Gower playing Father Gabriel is like trying to really put Izzy down and take the demon out of her.
Mhm.
Ryan Lambert, his character as like the cardinal, realizes that there's no way that he listened to me. Like, there's absolutely no way that this dude listened.
He took the big scroll out of the.
So he runs in and he was like, "I told you not to do anything you weren't fucking ready for." He turns around and Spooky just starts choking him up against the wall, and then you just hear, I was like,
Mhm.
Her eyes turn black.
Her eyes are black. The cardinal's on the ground. The fucking boyfriend's arm is broken. 80% sure that he's gonna die from just that.
My God.
And we have like, I think the forces of the room and of this spirit too. The mother gets thrown up against the wall, and everybody's like so far away except for Father Gabriel, and he's like really, really battling this demon in Izzy. And this is one of my preferred endings because I don't usually like open-ended stuff, but I love how open-ended this was because it goes back to the ward, and it's just her in that really dark room, which was foreshadowed earlier in the movie where she's actually like, you see that same, there's blackness behind her, and there's her face just barely coming out of the darkness, and she's now locked up, but we're supposed to assume that she's still got that dog in her. Or got that Stavros demon in her.
Right, yeah.
But that was the Demons Within, man, and that's like bravo. Like, seriously, like being a part of that project is so cool. Don't worry, Eric usually does the clapping, but I started adding clap tracks now that I have some semblance of editing skills.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna throw one in there. Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Shout out to everyone, the cast and the crew, of course.
Absolutely.
What do you think was the biggest thing that you took away from this project?
Seeing how these professional actors work. And I was trying to gain experience from them, watching them, how they move, how they are, bringing their character into life. I was trying to watch each run, differently. I was watching Vincent, I was watching Deborah, and everyone, how they were approaching the character and how they were bringing the character to life.
Absolutely. So with that, was there someone in particular that you think I know you took a lot from everybody. I'm not trying to single it all out, but was there anybody in particular that you felt like you were kind of under the wing of when you were kind of learning this transitional idea between like doing comedy and doing and you know various stuff like that and being the character that you portrayed in this film?
No, I don't think so.
Solid.
Yeah, awesome.
Eric, what do you got, brother?
And this is just a really cool one. I like when possession movies are singular and it happens just like in a house. You know what I mean? It's not like there aren't bigger implications beyond like what could go wrong if this doesn't get contained or whatever. It's just a singular, self-contained story and everything. Like you said, with the open-ended ending, is she safe? Is she no longer safe? Is it too far gone to do anything about it? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And all that's just really interesting to me. So I just appreciate stuff like this, like when it's happening at a grassroots level, obviously from an indie filmmaking standpoint.
we
But
can't.
also, yeah,
Okay,
it's just great. Yeah.
Well, I also fucking loved this film. I loved everybody that was part of it. Spooky was great. You were great. Stephanie was great. Like you said, the cast and crew, like for
shout out to everyone.
yeah, for being a indie film, you really couldn't ask for much more. You know, you really couldn't ask for how awesome this project got to be. And I'll definitely be messaging Stephanie later and letting her know that you were on the show because I'm sure she'll be excited to hear. Do you talk to anybody from the show, movie still?
Yeah, I still talk to Stephanie. Spooky will be in the Boy from Below. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Jeff. And Jake, I think. Yeah.
Cool, very cool. Well, Stavros, what do you have to say to your fans before we get off here?
I don't think I have fans, but
Sitting in front of two.
as I said,
Say to us.
I want to say exactly what I said earlier. Just follow your dreams. Do really what your heart tells you to do. Don't listen to anyone. And of course, oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier, but I forgot. Put your mental health above your, you can live with 200 euros less, but go to your work and go there and be happy,
Mm-hmm.
Go, how can I say it? Uh, it's much better to live with 200 euros less than living life depressed, doing a work
Mm-hmm.
that you hate. Money isn't everything.
Well said.
Very well said. Well, Stavros, thank you so much for being on our show. One more time, give it up.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
And make sure you guys are checking out Boy from Below. Make sure you follow Stavros on social media, which I'll have that on the video. I can just plug that.
It's right here.
Right here.
Mhm.
Fuck, now I gotta put it right there. But thank you so much for being on, brother. You've been an absolute delight, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, man.
Can't wait to see what the future holds for me too, and for you too. Hope your podcast gets even more viewers. I don't know from which country.
Well, we're trying to corner the Grecian corner.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
But thank you guys once again for joining us where it creaks and cracks and we laugh at the creatures that go bump in the night.